Hello, everyone. This is Keys to Akasha, and what I'm going to be doing today, I will be covering the truth about 9/11. Okay, so this is more so a news case. I did say that I would talk about news cases. I did say that I would include politics into this section of my channel. Okay, if you have questions or comments about it, please feel free. Make sure that they are PG. Make sure that they are PG comments because I'm channeling. So I'm this channeling energy is a craft. So I try to be as careful as possible when I'm channeling. Okay. So if you just have inquiries or you're just curious, just please politely comment below the videos. Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's see. So let's see. Truth about 9/11. Okay. Mm. Something on here with the planes. So there were none. The spirit is like there were no planes. Like there were no planes. Like there were no planes going on there. But something on here malfunctioning like elevators. So something going on with malfunctioning elevators inside of the Twin Towers. But something was removed from them. Like there's this energy here where like I've been in there before. I've been in the windows on the World Restaurant, but I was too young to actually go into the restaurant. I had to wait or stay in an area where and stay in like a lobby kind of area and until my family was done eating in the restaurant that was only for adults at the time. But someone was malfunctioning with the elevators, or I keep getting someone was taken out of. So something was taken out of the elevators. The Five of Pentacles energy is underneath. Something had to do with money. You know what I mean? It could have been governmental money, like taxes, but reconstruction. So the reason into why that happened is because I know Bush was president at the time, but the reason into why that happened was because of, I guess, something about taxes. So either it's like building taxes, reconstruction, and taxes, and but something wrong with government complying. So the government, either they were not complying, or whoever was behind the scenes of the construction of those properties, of that those two structures, whoever was responsible, or who the architectural company, whatever that was responsible, but the stealing taxes. So when I say architectural company, the architectural company of the Twin Towers, they were stealing taxes with this kind of feeling. But that's why that occurred. So the reason I keep getting malfunctioning like escalators, or like malfunctioning elevators, but something was taken out of them. But I get like a maintenance worker, or like what do you call it? A maintenance worker. I get that went through a secretive exit. So like a maintenance worker, like they took something out of the elevators so the elevators would like malfunction. But that's what really happened. So when I say elevators malfunctioning, that's what really happened, or that's what caused some type of issue. But it has to do with like a maintenance that was set up by somebody. A maintenance worker was set up by someone. A maintenance worker was set up by somebody to take something or remove remove something from the elevator. But I keep getting that's what really happened. So the fact that, oh, I see what's going on. The fact that like someone was removed from an elevator, like that's what really happened, or that's what caused something to like mess up somewhere with faulty elevators. But it has something to do with a maintenance worker, or someone asking a maintenance worker to, I get remove like wiring, or to remove something from the elevator. But that's why people couldn't get out. So people couldn't get out. People couldn't get out because of the building, because of the two buildings, because somebody took something out of the elevators, so they couldn't get down like to the down floor. They couldn't, but it's starting fire. So elevators started a fire. but someone set the fire. So someone actually set the fire in those two buildings there. But I keep getting no planes, or something is fake. What something is fake about the planes? Like something is like a fabrication going on with the planes. But that was to the extreme. So when I said fabrication in the planes, like that was actually like something was extreme about that, or extra about the fact that the news said that there were planes involved, that there were no planes involved. But making Iranians look bad. So something going on with they were trying to make like Muslim. They were trying to make Iranians look bad by saying that they were terrorists, and that wasn't true. Like they were actually like in the planes were not real. But I keep getting elevators. Something is extreme with the elevators. Like something is extreme with the elevators and maintenance people taking something but sparking. So the elevators began to spark. So when I said maintenance people taking something out of the elevators started sparking. The elevators started sparking, and they were fucking up. The elevators started like messing up, but caused fire. So the fact that someone was taking out the elevators and the wiring started to spark, it caused a fire. But that's what caused the issue, or that's one of the main issues that happened. But the reason why that even happened, period, was because of governmental taxes and the architectural company responsible for designing the two towers, they were stealing taxes somehow, and that's why they did that. And that's what happened. The Night of Swords energy is underneath, but hospital EMTs and hospital help. Something is a part of a plan, or it's hospital people that they were part of a plan, or they were a part of a plan on something here with people being stuck on elevator. They're a part of a plan with people being stuck on the elevator. But they couldn't get out. So the people, they were stuck on the elevators, but they couldn't get out. And that's why the hospital people were set up to do that. But trying to apply ladders and trying to apply like those things that you hook up to windows so people could slide out. Like a massive fire. So yes, there was a massive fire. But the reason why something was I keep getting either somebody started the fire. That's one situation. Somebody I keep getting maintenance. So maintenance people did this. Like maintenance people, like they started the fire. Like maintenance people started the fire. But something is really on point with like hospital EMTs or EMTs. Something is really on point about these people. Like they were aware, or they're a part of that some type of plan. Something is skull and bones like about this energy as well. You know what I mean? Something is like some type of governmental secrecy and skull and bones and mysticism with the Knight of Swords energy. But something is also going on here with somebody like maintenance people like the reason to why the maintenance people are the reason to why something extreme happened with those two buildings, because they took out stuff out of the elevators. They caused the fire by the sparking the wires, but they also did something extra. There's that, but not using extinguisher. So they purposefully, or somebody didn't use the extinguisher. Like someone did not use. I keep getting secretive exit. So maintenance workers did something crazy, and like they had like a secretive exit, or someone guided them out of a secretive exit. Wow. But I hit the top of the chain when I said that. So somebody that is the top of the chain of these two buildings, like someone or the government, whatever, somebody that is at the top of the chain, like they got them out of the building. Like they got them out of the building through like a secretive, like a basement or some type of secretive exit. Wow. They set a fire. So when I said that, they set a fire in those buildings, but never caught. So they're never going to be caught. Or the reason people think that it's a terrorist attack. People think that it's a terrorist attack. People think this for years. They think that it's a terrorist attack, but it's really maintenance workers. It's really maintenance workers that did that. And something became extreme, but there was a not using fire on purpose, not using fire extinguishers on purpose with the Knight of Swords energy there. They weren't using them on purpose. They weren't using them on purpose. They started the fire, but they added fuel to the fire, or they literally, like, what do you call it? They literally removed wires, and the wires started sparking, and the wires is what caused the fire, and caused the elevators to not be able to move, or they got stuck. Like it's suffocation. So the elevators, they end up not being, the elevators didn't move, or the elevators caught on fire, and the elevators ended up being stuck. That's why so many people passed, because they did something crazy with the elevator. or whatever they did, they took something out and it caused a fire. That's why so many people could not get out. Wow, very interesting. Yes, I knew that. The Hierophant is here what in the waiting position. The Hierophant is here. Could literally be a Taurus. You know what I mean? This could literally be a Taurus that is here, that in the waiting position. But be responsible. The Taurus could have been one of the maintenance workers in one of these buildings. Like, the Taurus could have been really responsible. But they're safe somewhere. So this Taurus element, like, they're safe somewhere. Like, they're a part of the government, or they're just safe. They're protected, or they were responsible for doing something in one of these buildings. But Secret Service, this element is like a Secret Service. They're a Taurus, so they're alive or they're protected somehow through Skull and Bones, or whatever the systematic governmental secret structure is that this element is a part of. Was asked to visit. So this element was asked to visit one of those towers. Like, they were asked to go into those towers. But I get in like surveillance it. So they were asked to go into like one of those towers, and so that's why the Knight of Swords energy is there. You know, they could have been the ones that was rushing in to tell maintenance workers what to do. They were rushing. The Taurus element was rushing in to tell the maintenance workers what to do. They were also a part of that. They were telling them what to do. But maintenance workers were confused. So the maintenance workers end up being really confused. But you're going to be protected. You're going to be okay. So this element, this Secret Service element, is telling maintenance workers inside of the Twin Towers, either one of them or both of them, but made 2 trips. So this element made 2 trips into both of those buildings, and told maintenance work protected by government, or they're protected by whatever the construct is. Like, they're protected by that. But they're telling this element is like their Secret Service, and they're telling the maintenance energies, the energies with S, they're telling them what to do. By complying. So they end up complying with what this, I keep getting a part of the government. This element is a part of the government, and they're telling the maintenance workers what to do, and the maintenance workers are complying, but scared of. So the maintenance workers end up being scared of this person for some reason. They end up being scared, but they kept telling them, you're going to be okay. You're going to be protected with the Hierophant energy here. But knows what he was doing. So this element knew what he was doing. They knew what they knew what they were doing, or they knew what they sought out to do. They planned whatever it was. They were set up by someone also to go track down maintenance workers, or chosen maintenance workers, to cause some type of craziness with elevators to not work and be stuck, and suffocations and fires. That's what caused the problem, period. But something was also started in the basement. Something also started in the basement or the basements in these buildings. Something started in the basement. But I get a secretive meeting. So a secretive meeting was going on in the basements with S, in the basements of these 2 structures, of those 2 twin towers. Like, there were secretive conversations going on in those buildings, in the basement part of those buildings. But very few people knew that there was a basement, or very few people knew that there was like a bottom part to those buildings, or someone was really secretive about it. You know what I mean? Someone was secretive about those areas of those buildings, but often went there. So this element often went there, or they often had meetings down there. They often, whatever they did. But that's where a fire started. So a fire start, a metaphoric one, literally, that's where the fire started. That's when a fire started down there. Like, you're getting secretive exits and things. So I see. This could be like a group of people that saved. There's a group of people that they were chosen to be saved in these 2 twin towers, but they were asked by a Taurus to, come with me, maintenance workers, whoever or chosen ones. They were like, or protected ones, or whoever the group was that was responsible for why the elevators messed up and the fire started, period. But they had a secretive room in like a basement that they went to in these buildings regularly to have these kind of meetings on how to destroy those 2 twin towers, how to destroy them, how to bring them down. But it has something to do with the taxes. Like, that's something to do. Something is extreme with the taxes and not paying the taxes on something, and those having to do with those buildings, or the architectural. Something was an issue with the architectural builders, or the building company that did the architecture for those buildings, and that's where something messed up there. So they had to have meetings in the basements of those 2 buildings, and they plotted something in the basement of those 2 buildings. But there was a secretive exit or entrance that very few people really knew that was down there. That was my hideaway. So this element, that was their hideaway. They had secret meetings down there. They got particular maintenance people to be like, okay, this is your designated job. This is what you're gonna do. This is the floor that you're gonna go to. This is what you're gonna do. This is what you're gonna pull out. This is how you're gonna start the fire. A whole blueprint into how to bring those two buildings down happened in those two buildings. Wow. The present has the Eight of Cups energy here. The Eight of Cups energy. The Eight of Cups energy, right? Environment. So something is really uncomfortable with yes, something that was extreme with the environment, yes. But was in the fact this element was in the environment and it made heated. It caused things to be heated. Or we need to leave. So whatever they end up doing, whatever this Taurus end up gathering their people or whoever they to protect the spirit, like the protected, like specifically like that's their name, the name of the group, the protected or the chosen. Like along with this Taurus, like they're like, we need to leave. Where something's going on with setting the fire and needing to leave immediately. But you cannot inhale it. So this element is telling the maintenance workers or whoever, but to do it quickly. So they're telling the maintenance workers, you pull up the cords quickly, go to that floor real fast, do it so that we need to leave quickly. I need to leave. I need to get out of here. We need to get out of here very quickly. Something is a scheme. So maybe there were specific people that were schemed in this way with the Taurus and the Eight of Cups energy there. Like people were being schemed in this way. But something is like possibly even sacrificial about that as well. Wow, but that was somebody's way of scheming. Something going with the company, one of those companies inside of those towers, like the company started going down, or something started going really, the windows on the world, something started going really bad, or the business was not good in there. Like there was a point where something was faulty with the business or the co-workers of those businesses. That were not working. So the co-workers of those businesses there were multiple businesses inside of those towers or something, or specifically the windows on the world. But the people that were working in there, they weren't working, or it's like there were faulty workers on every floor. There were faulty workers on every floor. There were this element, somebody considered the faulty workers to be on multiple floors in these buildings. There were faulty workers somewhere, but that's what they saw. So this element was noticing that there were faulty workers on every floor, or specifically the windows on the world, like the restaurant. Like they were like, this is not working for me. I keep getting government. So they're a part of the government, or they were working for the government. You know what I mean? That's why I said top of the food chain top of the food chain with but they knew a new structure was gonna come up eventually. That's why I said blueprints and things. They were a part of that planning, or they were behind the scenes of that planning. But it was to destroy the two of those structures first by setting up maintenance workers to take out things out of elevators and cause the fire, or amplify the fire by adding things to it, or not using the extinguishers, and that was done on purpose. The future has the Two of Cups energy here in the future. It could literally be water sign energy, right? Co-workers. So these Two of Cups and Eight of Cups energies are showing up like multiple co-workers. Like there are thousands of people that passed that time. But these energies, that's why I said the truth about this situation. This is like, either they were his co-workers, or they worked with the Taurus with this kind of feeling. They may have worked with the Taurus. That's why the Two of this is Pentacles. Sorry, the Two of Pentacles is in the future. But tax refund. So when I said Two of Pentacles in the future, there's something going on with a tax refund. Something is being refunded in terms of taxes. It is, this energy is an earth sign, but either they're getting what they deserve, or they're getting money, whatever they're doing. I get by destroying. They're getting money somehow by destroying, or they got money by destroying a whole structure of a place. Someone's narcissistic about this energy as well. They're really narcissistic or something. They're narcissistic, like because someone's going on with them with world domination and things, and destroying complexes and whatever it is. Well, but should not have. So someone with this element should not have done that. There's that. They should not have destroyed those complexes. But like they were greedy, and they wanted some type of tax refund, but they felt that the taxes were not going to be refunded because of the architectural company of the two twin towers. Or they were stealing that. And that was their way of getting back what was stolen by destroying the towers, or send up people to take out things in the elevators and cause the fire. But how did the place started crumbling? Like there's the energy here where like there's confusion with like how the buildings even started crumbling down like that. How did they start crumbling like that? I keep getting no planes. Like there were no planes. Like somehow the media, like they inserted planes into the picture somehow, or they did it with Photoshop. Whatever they did, there were no planes. There were no planes. Whatever it was. But I get one of those like what do you call those things? Those things that are like, what do you call those? I don't know what they're like. They oh my god, this is out of control. Like this is crazy. Like this is like you know those things that they like you press it, you pump it once and it like demolishes like a whole building. Like that could have been what happened here. But set that up. This element set that up to happen like that. That's why the buildings end up coming down that way. I keep getting no planes. Like they were not hit by planes. Like this is a combination. This is a combination of faulty elevators. But the reason to why the elevators were faulty is because of like maintenance workers and like they're taking things out of wires and fucking up wires inside the elevators, causing the fire. But they amplify the fire by not using extinguishers. Then that made it worse. So that made something worse. Or that made, what do you call that thing? Like, I'm getting an image of it. It's like people do it, and when they want to knock down a whole complex, but something has to be pumped, or it's some type of contraption where like they press like a bomb almost, like some type of thing. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna look it up and see if I can find it. But that's what caused the building to come down like that. But got out. This element got out. They got out. They got out. I'm going to get my taxes, or we're going to get our taxes. We're going to get our rightful taxes. We're going to get our taxes back. But cause people to lose their lives. This element, in addition to like secretive maintenance workers that they hooked up, they cause them to lose their lives. Somebody's not living here as well. So to me, some maintenance worker here is not living, or this element, somebody's not living anymore. But I get something about like the senior president, like something's going on there. Like maybe it's the president. There's something going on with the president there. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail on that. Page of Wands energy for the instincts. Page of Wands energy is in the instincts here. It could be like younger fire sign. This energy is also like a coworker, or they work in the towers. But I get tattling. So this element may have heard something that a Taurus was saying. They may have overheard something that Taurus was saying, and they but died first, or they passed first, or something happened to them quickly. You know, they were talking, or they were telling somebody something with younger fire sign energy. They heard it's a coworker. You know, it's a coworker that was aware of secretive meetings happening in the building. So this energy is a coworker, or they're a staff these buildings were huge. Like they have multiple floors, but this energy specifically had hidden information, and they overheard conversations. But they were trying to tell police, or trying to tell someone about some type of secretive conversation that this element was having with maintenance workers. They were trying to tell like police or whoever that this energy was like doing secret meetings with maintenance workers. Wow. But never got out. So this Page of Wands energy, they never got out. You know, they never got out of the buildings. Like they passed in the building, they end up passing in the buildings for talking. So for some reason they passed because they were talking about what happened, or they were trying to reveal what really happened in these buildings. Wow. The accomplishment has the Nine of Swords energy next to the Knight of Swords. The Nine of Swords. This literally be an air sign energy, right? Like they're like a sidekick to this Taurus. Like this air sign that's coming in, like they're like a sidekick to the Taurus. That's why the Nine of Swords betrayed. So some air sign element like that the Taurus was tied to, that was a part of this secret meeting, and the cause and the reason, discussions for why the buildings had to go down period because of taxes, or because this this Page of Wands energy was talking about what they heard that air sign and this Taurus were talking about in terms of bringing the buildings down. The Nine of Swords right next to the Knight of Swords is kind of like there's a losing sleep. So maybe this element was losing plans. This Taurus was losing sleep because of plans. Because of plans, or they literally, it's a 9. So it is 9/11, yes, but nine in the sense where like 9, like what do you call it? September, yes, like plans that they were having for September, but it happened on the 11th of September. So this could have been the 9th of September. There could have been a 9th, contemplating not doing something, or somebody was contemplating something heavily here in their sleep, you know, in their mind, and thinking whatever. Something is extreme. Like that was extreme to do. That was extreme. Wow. But it has something to do with somebody's narcissism in a building. They're a building worker. They're at the top of the chain, whatever. Sometimes president in one of these buildings, like they had a secret office in the basement, and they gathered up people that they wanted to save. They gathered up people that they wanted to save, and they had secret discussions down there in the basements of the buildings, and they told them this is what you're going to be designated to do on 9/11, and I'm going to save you. But I keep getting, every time I say that, I get faulty elevators. Something is serious with the elevators in the buildings. Like something is heavier with the elevators. Like something's really heavy about elevators. That's how people pass. So the elevator, something was going. This is the new. Either the news didn't say it, or the news did not say that something happened with the elevators. Like something happened extreme with the elevators firsthand before the building came down. Or that's how more people pass, because of elevators and escalators. Like if something is extreme with them, but more so the elevators. More so elevators, but multiple suffocations. So people were suffocating in there, and in the elevators. People were suffocating in the elevators. The elevators. Or somebody to take someone out of the elevators. The spiritual self has a sign of Aquarius. That's why I said this element could be an Aquarius right next to the Taurus. You know, this element showing up like an Aquarius that's right next to the Taurus. Two men. These energies are two men. They're secretive business. They're doing secretive deals. They're doing secrecy, period. Or something is going on there with them. Something's going on there with secretive. They're in the spiritual self, because thinking about. So that's why it's a 9 of Swords. That's why the Knight of Swords and the 9 of Swords right next to each other. Because this Taurus was thinking about an Aquarian, but what they were going to do, what they were planning to do. I keep getting like, you know, we need to leave really quickly after bomb. Like something was bombed. The buildings were bombed. Like, but it's not the kind of bomb that you're like the bombing. Like this is like when you're bombing a massive structure like that. It's like when a massive structure gets bombed. Like they have to use like something's going on with like a catapult. But I don't know what you call those things. But you pump it and it like demolishes the whole thing in one shot. You know, there's that. Or that was in the basement. I keep getting that basement vibe. Or that could have been in the basement. That's why like we need to leave really quickly. Like we need to get out really quickly. But set off a bomb. So these two elements set off bombs in the basements of the building. Like there are in whatever the floor. They set bombs off. I keep getting no plane. So there were no planes. Like these two elements set off bombs in the bases of the buildings. Like, and the bomb was so extreme. That's why they were like, we need to get out of here. The bomb was so extreme that took down the whole building. Like it took down. It's one of those big bombs. Like somehow, like it had a timer on it. There's that. The bombs had timers on them, like in the basement of the buildings. Like the bombs had timers, you know. But press it. So one of these elements telling the other, you know, you press it and then we're gonna run out. So press it so that we can go up this exit real quick so we can leave. Wow. But Page of Wands betrayed. So either Page of Wands was a part of this situation with these two men, this Aquarian and Taurus man. Like the Page of Wands was a part of that. The Page of Wands would be a Sag, like this. Not a Sag, a younger fire sign. Well, yeah, it could have been a Sag, yes, but younger fire sign energy. Multiple. There were multiple younger fire sign energies involved with an Aquarian and a Taurus. But this element betrayed. But that's why they didn't call that element, or that's why they didn't go look for that element there, and that element could have felt betrayed. And they end up using their intuition that something was going to happen to them. Or they were betrayed, or they were betraying these two elements with the secretive meetings that they were aware of that they were having, or they were supposed to be involved with those meetings going on in the basements of those buildings, but they betrayed them in that way. Wow. An Aquarian lied about something as well. So an Aquarian may have lied to the Taurus, or they lied about something. I keep getting planes. Like the Aquarian lied about planes. Like they lied about planes hitting the building. Mm. You know, but I feel like it's more so like bombs. Like a bomb was set off, or the bombs had like timers on them, right? In the basement. The bombs were in the basements of these complexes, and there were timers on them. There were timers on the bombs. The mentality has the high priestess energy here. You know, Scorpio. This energy is showing up like a Scorpio. Wow, this energy is like a Scorpio, or it's just intuition. Somebody was using their intuition about a page of wands. I keep getting betrayed. So someone was using their intuition. Someone here was using their intuition. One of these two elements was using their intuition, that a page of wands energy betrayed them. You know, a page of wands energy betrayed them for some reason. But never came back. So the page of wands never came back. So the reason into why they never came back is because they heard or saw something, but where they were going. So this page of wands saw where an Aquarian and a Taurus were going. So they relayed that to somebody. You know, they relayed it to a police, or they were going to try to relay it to police. And that's when they set off something. You know, that's when something was set off. That's when the bomb was set off. That's when something was set off. They left really quickly. Like they literally like flew out the door, like whatever back door, whatever secret door they had, whatever chamber they were in, like they flew out of that door. But I keep getting not living. So whoever did that, they're not one of those elements that was responsible. One of these elements here responsible for sending it up. They're not. One of them is not living anymore. Or father and son, or two coworkers, or two secret whatever. They're not living anymore. They're not living. One of them is not living. That did this. What's changing is the Three of Cups energy. What's changing? I did say a Scorpio was involved. You know, there's Scorpio gossiping. Maybe a Scorpio may have been gossiping. A Scorpio was tied to these elements as well. But secret society. So a Scorpio, a page of wands, an Aquarius, a Taurus, like they were part of a secret society, like inside of these buildings, or they came. Or they just had it, even, or they may have been a part of they were a secret society in one of these buildings, or both of these buildings. That had multiple meetings. So they had multiple meetings. Like they had multiple meetings about how to get rid, how to destroy, how to whatever. But they're not living anymore. So one of these elements here that was a part of this secret society like thing that was going on, and setups with the buildings and bombing the buildings and causing fires in the elevators and multiple suffocations. Like that's what really happened in those buildings. That's what really happened in those buildings. You know what I mean? That there were multiple fires because of the elevators, like because something is extreme with the elevators. Something caused the elevators. That's why I said the elevators ended up stopping. They weren't moving the wires. Somebody took the wires out of the elevators, and the elevators started sparking and caused the fire. But more so the bomb. So the bomb is what really did it. Like the bomb is what really did. Bombs with an S. The bombs is what really did it. I keep getting there were no planes. There were no planes. There were no planes. There were bombs placed in the buildings somewhere. There could have been more than one bomb, and there were timers on the bombs. Like if could have been more than one bomb inside of each. There could have been more than one bomb. I get multiple floors. There were bombs with an S. There were bombs on multiple floors of these two buildings. There were bombs on multiple floors. And I get the Aquarian, and the Aquarian is the one that pressed they could have been like, you know, we have to run out of here. They're like, we need to run out. We need to leave. We need to run out of here real fast. And then they're pressing like some type of like button on, they have a clicker or something attached to them, and they're pressing it. And it's like whatever, and they're pressing it, and it's like it's blown up each floor, like in like one by one. Wow. There were multiple bombs. Like there were multiple bombs on each floor. That's what the Three of Cups energy is. What's changing? But family. So there's, you know, family issues and people and their families and all that grief that these two elements caused. I keep getting secret society. Like there's a secret society in that either they worked in the building or they're external, and they just had a secret like chamber in the buildings, and they set bombs in there, and they set the bombs off, or they had bomb in offices. There were bombs in offices, like in people's offices on every floor. I get under things. Like there were bombs in people's offices, but the bombs were like under things, like desk or shelves, or there are bombs under things. Whatever the bombs were under. Three of Pentacles energy with the Two of Pentacles in the future, but I keep getting tax refund. So it is Earth sign energy with the Taurus element here and the Two of Pentacles. It's tax to the government. This because the buildings came down this way. The government is getting like the taxes, or they're getting their taxes back from the architectural company that stole the taxes, tried to steal the taxes. They were still in the game as well with Three of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles energy there. Wow. This is crazy. Like, this is really extreme. It's extreme, but it has something to do with like refunding taxes and some type of architectural company stealing the taxes and getting those taxes back that were stolen. Getting the taxes back that were stolen. That's why something happened. That's why these secret couldn't stand that. So when I picked up the Aquarian card, like they couldn't stand that. Taurus, somebody couldn't stand that. They couldn't stand it. Maybe they were budget cuts as well. So because of that issue, they were like budget cuts, and these two elements couldn't take it, and that's why they did that, or that's why they set up that to happen. I get in the basement. That's why they set up that craziness to happen in the basement, or that's where they were having their meetings in the basements with S. Wow. But it has to do with tax refunds and things, and hooking up maintenance workers to take out things out of elevators. There's like multiple things going on. This is like a serious. I keep getting narcissist. Like something is narcissism. Something is extreme with a Taurus narcissism. In Aquarian energy narcissism. Something's extreme, a Scorpio. Something's extreme about somebody's narcissism, and that's why that happened to those people. All those people, those thousands of people. Like, what the hell? Something's not real with the planes, or something is a lie with the planes. Something's not fabrication like with the planes, but it really has really has something to do with a meeting that occurred in the basements of these buildings. That very few people knew that there was a basement, and that bombs are placed there, and bombs are placed in people's offices on the floors, on each floor. Wow. Something is rhythmic as well. So when I said bombs on each floor, that's why I said coming down one by one. Like something will end up being rhythmic. Like if you look at the Twin Towers coming down, like they're coming down rhythmically, like they're like a ripple. Like they're coming up because there are bombs on each floor. There was a bomb on each floor, like a mini one, a big, whatever the size of the bombs were. There was one on each floor. That's why it came down rhythmically, like a ripple, like came down like that, like came down with ease, like because there was one on each floor in bathrooms. There are bombs. There's some type of bomb was in a bathroom. There were bombs like in people's offices, on their desks and chairs and things. Wow. Someone may have been using their intuition that they shouldn't have sat down as well, or they felt weird. Somebody may have felt weird. People may have felt weird going to work that day. Somebody felt weird going to work or sitting down somewhere. Somebody's intuition. That's why the High Priestess energy was there. Could have been a Scorpio. Somebody felt weird sitting down, And like I said, these elements feel more so like they could have been a part of the plan, but they felt weird. Like somebody felt weird. Yeah, you're gonna feel weird. Like this is extreme. Like to do that, like to do something like this is extreme. That you will feel. Somebody will feel more crazy than weird is a very menial word for what happened here, like in terms of how somebody's feeling, but it has to do with somebody's extreme narcissism and getting back taxes. Like what the hell? Wow. Let's see what the outcome is here for the Twin Towers. Five of Swords energy here, but that could be coming from the Aquarian, the Aquarian energy. The Five of Swords energy could be the Aquarian energy, but they betrayed. It's the Five of Swords. They betrayed, but they could have also betrayed the Taurus element as well, even though they may have been working with the Taurus, and the younger fire sign or Scorpio. Like they could have been working with them, but they betrayed them for some reason. Or the Aquarian betrayed these elements. They wanted more of some type of deal with the taxes. Maybe something going on there. Like they may not have received a particular amount that they wanted or something, and they did something or they said something, but tried to. So an Aquarian tried to reveal that an Aquarian energy tried to reveal something that happened in a court, or they try to reveal during a meeting. They try to reveal something. They tried to reveal something, or they wanted to, or they did. Like again, one of them passed. One of these elements passed already. Like they're not living anymore. That did this. That did this. But the betrayal is Aquarian. The betrayal is coming from the Aquarian. The betrayal is coming from the Aquarian energy, the younger fire sign energy. They both betrayed. An Aquarian and younger fire sign are multiple fire signs. They both betrayed like this in a system. They betrayed the system. They betrayed the system of some type of secret meeting or whatever it was. Some type of cult-like thing. Whatever. They betrayed that. They betrayed it somehow. They felt betrayed. You know? But they were also mind controlled into something as well. There's that. You know, they were mind control. They may have been talking about that. They may have been talking about, or a Taurus was. Somebody was mind control to destroy. Like someone was mind control crazily into like having secret meetings to destroy these complexes in this way. Like this is it's major. Like that's major to do to multiple people in that way because of tax money, or somebody trying to get cuts from tax money that from some of our lawmakers as well. Our lawmakers wanted money. Like there were multiple companies and multiple companies that wanted money, you know, or something going on with like people, or someone wasn't right with the workers, or someone wasn't right with the companies, and there were companies with an S inside of the, somebody's extreme with the windows on the world specifically, but there were companies inside of these twin towers that were not doing well. They weren't doing well. And that could have been what the Aquarian was talking about, or the Taurus, or whatever. Somebody was talking about that, or trying to expose that, or somebody was giving inklings that was the reason. Like it has nothing to do with like Iran. It has nothing to do with terrorist attack. Like whatever is a terrorist attack inside this own country, because of taxes. Wow. All right, let me know what you think. The Twin Towers. All right, be well. Take care. Bye.